right, guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. We need to get through a lot of these World Tournament showcases here. There's actually quite a few characters I have to do videos on. Some characters we didn't finish from last World Tournament. This Giant Piccolo Jr. is a character that actually EZA'd last year, but I only just finally got. Well, it was a legendary moment on the channel for me. We rainbowed this guy. We got, so in like 7 or 8 years, I pulled him 3 times. Then in, 2 multis on the Dragon Ball Saga banner, back-to-back multis, we pulled him right here. So now we have this guy rainbowed. I do not think that this guy is going to be good at all. I think he's just going to be terrible. He's awful, right? I mean, he's a World Tournament free-to-play Dragon Ball Saga EZA from last year. So I think he's just going to be absolutely bad. So I just gave him like additionals and crits and stuff like that. If we take a look at his abilities, let me just swap over. This definitely looks like a battlefield character or something like that, right? Because it's like, you got the attack debuff right there. We got more debuffs right here. Medium chance to stun all enemies. High chance to stun the attacked enemy. Like, this is not a character meant for tough competitive content. So I'm going to try and go into like a Dokkan event stage, I guess, just so where we could see a lot of these debuffs and things actually, utilized. We need to, like I want to show all the aspects of his passive. That's what we're going to need to do with that. And he does have a chance to go giant too. Oh, let me actually switch back over for this, and then we'll get into the showcase. So it's a rare chance. So we're just going to have to wait for him to transform. We definitely have to get this in the video and see his giant form. Obviously, these are very good, but I mean, this guy, I mean, you just look at what he's doing here. It's not really too crazy. Let's just go into some fight. I mean, I guess against super class enemies, a very old Dokkan event. Maybe like the physical Vegito Blue Dokkan event, where, the first phase is like that Trunks, Goku, and Vegeta or something like that. Like, let's just go into something like that and see what this guy's stats are going to look like. I guess that's what we'll do here. And again, remember, I give a character an offensive build like this if they're not good. All right, guys, we'll come right back. Dude, I am very, very, very pleased by this, man. Damn, here we go. Okay, so I wanted to jump into this fight right here. Well, oh, damn, I guess I actually didn't double check to make sure that they're not immune to debuffs, but this is such an old fight, they shouldn't be. Whoa, no! Oh, I mean, sure. Damn. Oh, no, man. Okay, so, yeah, they're not immune to debuffs. Okay, so I showed it, but Piccolo Jr., I mean, one of his major strengths is that all enemies attack and defense, minus 20%. But then it's an extra debuff, 5% attack and defense for all enemies that are super class, which we have 3 of right here. And he gets buffs per existing enemy, which we have 3 right here. So we could have seen that. So, I mean, I guess the problem is that we're in such an old Dokkan event. This is a 2016 Dokkan event. Because of that, these guys are going to die in one hit, right? Obviously. I mean, we're on a 200% leader team. Real quick, what is Giant Piccolo Jr. doing here? What is your passive, bud? So he gets 3 ki and 50% attack is his passive. Huh. Okay. I mean, that's not really... what do I want to say? Not really the craziest, but I mean, he's got it, I guess. And then he gets 50% attack from his super attack effects. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, as part of the showcase, we did need to see this. Now, remember, we can think of this as a team protector mechanic for Piccolo Jr., right? So remember, when you get one of these giant transformations to trigger, it is going to potentially take away the boss's ability to super attack, right? So, all right, yeah, remember, I've got a full offensive build on Piccolo Jr. because I don't really see myself utilizing this guy much in, like, actual difficult content. I mean, I do think we could utilize him in, like, Battlefield or something like that. Like, if we wanted to rock maybe, like, some team, like, I don't know, like a Earthbred fighter team in Battlefield or something like that, we certainly could. Let me just quickly swap over. These are the 200% leads that he's got. So in Piccolo Jr., 23rd Ultimate Goku, but Slug is a good one, right? And remember, this Piccolo Jr., he is demonic power. So it's like Piccolo Jr. is not the worst type of character to rock with Slug. All right, now we did get him paired up with Kami too, which is a nice linking partner. Let's take a look at what we got here. So he is a Big Bad Boss's character, demonic ways, strength in unity. Wow, this is a rare one. This is 2 ki and 3% HP regenerate. Look at this. This is the Dragon Ball Saga era Demon King Piccolo cards, Kami cards, and Piccolo Jr. But all, like, once DBZ starts, no characters have this. So it's just, this is going to be one of the worst links in the game for that reason, right? Then there's also, what is this? The Incredible Adventure. We've got Guidance to the Dragon Balls, Transform, and then Shattering the Limit. So, all right, let's see what we do against Vegito Blue right here. I'll probably just jump right back in. Notice Piccolo Jr. is debuffing Vegito Blue, but I probably do want to get at least a decent rotation of Piccolo Jr. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess this did kind of work, right? By the way, his super explosive wave is not an AoE either. Like, even though he does the super explosive wave, like, remember the int Piccolo Jr. does that, but it's, you know, it's an AoE. This Piccolo Jr.'s is not an AoE, right? So, okay. Well, I guess what we'll do here is, because he gets these buffs per existing enemy, we did show Piccolo Jr. debuffing the enemy, which I did, you know, want to get. I like to get those abilities in there. Did he stun when we supered? I think we'll do, I'll do one more turn in here. And then afterwards, by the way, I do also, I could use some of these Dokkan medals, so I don't mind that. But I think we'll probably go to just some fight that's got like 5 enemies. And then we can see Piccolo Jr. Remember, he's going to have a little bit of extra stats per existing enemy. I am going to want to head over to a Slug team as well. So maybe we'll do like a bunch of the Cell fights have a bunch of Cell Juniors. So maybe we could do, or maybe we could do like the Metal Cooler fight, which has, the Metal Cooler fight is probably the best one to do, because that we'll have a higher chance to get Piccolo Jr. against that. So, all right, I'm going to hop in one more time in here. And then after that, we're probably going to go to the Metal Cooler fight, just to get the footage I do want to show of Piccolo Jr. here. Okay, wait. Actually, we're coming right back, because we got very good luck again. We got Piccolo Jr. turn 1. So that's cool. We could go ahead and do this in here. And then we'll go to Slug's team, because obviously with Slug's team, I would want to get, Big Bad Bosses up. I suppose we could just, grab, like, LR Metal Cooler from 23rd World Tournament Goku's leader skill as well. Remember, he also does lead Powerful Comeback, right? Like, that was the Goofy team that a lot of players like to use last year, where they would bring Metal Cooler. I mean, Metal Cooler sucked ass last year. I was not doing that. No way. All right, now notice Piccolo Jr. is debuffing them, right? So that's 25% attack and defense lowered. That's pretty good. I mean, if we're going to go into, like, some battlefield fight, that's not, like, insignificant bullshit. That could help in Battlefield 100%. So we have Incredible Adventure, Guidance to the Dragon Balls up. His super attack effects are not really anything elite, I would say. 50% attack and defense, which I'll take, but then supreme damage and greatly lower defense. But all of the debuffs he has from his passive, like, he has a medium chance to stun all enemies. I guess we do need to just do runs until we show that, huh? Yeah, see, so it's not an AoE. He did get some extra stats because there was a couple of enemies. So he has a medium chance to stun all enemies. So, I mean, that could be really good against Battlefield Metal Cooler, by the way. Because remember, Battlefield Metal Cooler, the strat to him is to debuff him, but he can dodge. But, like, if you show up and your Piccolo Jr. is right there, HP above 70%, Piccolo Jr. has a 30% chance to stun him before the turn starts, which Metal Cooler cannot dodge. So that's not bad. So we'll have, let's keep an eye out for next turn. We have Goku, Gohan, and Trunks their 2-turn support is activated. That's one reason I brought that Videl. That Videl is an Earthbed Fighter support, which means she would support STR Piccolo Jr., but she's also a movie hero character, which means their 2-turn support can go up, so we'll have that activated for Piccolo Jr. So we're going to have a pretty decent rotation right here. We're going to have, Bulma support, Goku, Gohan, and Trunks support, and Kami support all up for Piccolo Jr., right? Never mind. I guess, no, we're not. All right, so we're transforming like crazy. Okay. I mean, pretty common for us to get this. All right, let's head over now to... We're going to go into the Metal Cooler fight with a Lord Slug team. I'm a little worried because I only have 3 Lord Slug friends on the friends list. And, I mean, there's 2 things I still want to do. I want to show Piccolo Jr. stun an enemy at least once. Oh, nice, we got the power level bonus again. And then I also want to... just have him, get his full buff against, 5 enemies. So, yeah, we'll do Lord Slug team against the Metal Cooler fight next. All right, guys, we're over in the Metal Cooler fight, but our rotations weren't the way I wanted it to. So we're not going to have Piccolo Jr. with all of his different buffs up. We could really juice Piccolo Jr. quite a bit on this team, right? Like, we'll be able to get a lot of his, important links and stuff like that activated. We have the domain effect from Lord Slug, which is buffing Piccolo Jr. as well. But I wanted to see him 225k defense right there. Okay. I wanted to see him against all of the Metal Coolers, which we don't have it lined up. Oh, yes. Okay, hold on. Time out. Metal Cooler is stunned. You see it? He's stunned. That is Piccolo Jr.'s ability. Really good shit. Piccolo Jr.'s ability. Medium chance to stun all enemies when HP is 70% or more. Again, Battlefield, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, these World Tournament characters, like, I'm looking how they could help players in, like, Battlefield, which I still, players talk about struggling in Battlefield. You need 100+ characters. It makes a ton of sense. Boom. Imagine we're fighting Battlefield Metal Cooler. We stunned him. He can't super S 10 times. He can't heal. He can't do anything. We stunned him, and he didn't even have a chance to dodge it, which Battlefield Metal Cooler does. So awesome. Glad we got to see that. Remember, when Piccolo Jr. attacks, he does also have a high chance to stun as well. High chance to stun the attacked enemy. We did not get that. Have we not gotten that even once in the video yet? I don't think we have. Okay. And I do want to get... We're not going to be able to see it this run, but I'm going to come right back in. I want Piccolo Jr. against this phase right here, right? So we could see him with... that's the 20% attack and defense per existing enemy he has. We could get that fully built up in this phase right here. All right, gamers. Look. We triggered it again. Awesome. Now, I guess I should point out, though, that in order for Piccolo Jr. to be able to utilize this ability right here, our HP does have to be above 70%, so definitely keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to have, some little buffs right here. We're going to have support from Garlic Jr. No domain up this time, but it's all right. We're still just getting a couple of different, turns. So I think really we've seen Piccolo Jr. Giant. We've seen his stun. We've seen his attack debuffing. The one ability... Okay, there's a hidden potential system to show normal, unfortunately. The one thing we still just need to show is Piccolo Jr. with all of his attack buffs going up against, like, all those enemies. So against all the Metal Coolers. So I think I'll come back on the next turn, and it's, Piccolo Jr. against that full row of Metal Coolers is what we'll do. All right, guys, perfect. Last run. We'll be able to get 2 back-to-back turns right here. So let's just go ahead and get this. We could see the debuffs on Metal Cooler. In 2 turns, we're going to have his nice stats. We'll be able to have Big Bad Bosses up in 2 turns. Don't worry about that. We'll also be able to have Lord Slug's domain up. That's going to be, looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and hit this. I'm still looking at... Have we gotten his stun? So when he attacks an enemy that can be stunned, it's a 50... He's got a 50% chance of stunning them. There it is. It finally procced him. Another hidden potential, some additional normal, by the way. On the showcase character, goddammit. Piccolo Jr. getting a second super would be very helpful, by the way, because remember, he does have a pretty good super attack effect. I mean, I'll take it. 50% attack and defense is definitely solid. I do wish, because of the type of character he is, I do wish he maybe had an additional debuff attached to his super attack effect, though. But he does have many debuffs from his passive, so it's not really something I think that worrying about it. Like, it's not something to really mention, right, honestly. right, so we'll get through this turn. We'll do one more, and then that's it. So we could see what role this Piccolo Jr. would have. He's a battlefield character. I mean, maybe that's kind of like, you know, at this point, you know, not good if a new Stumble character, I'm saying, yeah, he's good for battlefield. I mean, that's no good. But in one of these fights or something like this, like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so here we go. This is going to be a great turn. We'll have, you know, demonic waves. We're going to have big bad bosses. A lot of these very good links up right here. You know, Piccolo Jr. is getting big stats because all of these different enemies, right, per existing enemy. Actually, we could just get him in slot 1. Do they have debuffs? Although his buff per existing enemy, that would trigger right away at the start of turn, right? Whatever. Let's just have Girl Jr. hit that, and then we'll see what Piccolo Jr.'s stats are. So let me know what you guys think of him. I mean, this is one of the most fun showcases I've done. One of the most. I was more excited to pull that Piccolo Jr. than any character in years, bruh. Because that Dragon Ball Saga banner, man, is bullshit. It's horseshit. It's an unfair banner. And, like, they're easying these characters, and they just don't give you a way to get them. Sucks. So, you know, a character like this that I just can't get to be able to pull him was awesome. Damn, this guy's super attack animation does look pretty good for a banner unit, huh? Okay. Goatlick Jr. right there. I can't wait for him to get his Dokkan Fest, because that's from the filler arc, that Garlic Jr. We need a movie boss as Garlic Jr. from the movie, for sure. 10 million. There we go. All right, guys. So there was the EZA STR, another hidden potential system additional normal. We got the stun to proc right there. But that's, again, guys, don't fall in love with these damn additional builds, because it's just going to be a hidden potential system additional normal every damn time. All right, guys. So there was Piccolo Jr. Let's go ahead and take a look at our boy's details here. So this is Demon King's Vengeance. Remember, this should be, I believe this is the first showcase we've ever done for him, probably. Because, again, I just rainbowed him. Piccolo Jr. Giant Form. So remember, he does have the same name, by the way, as the Int Piccolo Jr., who also is Piccolo Jr. Giant Form. So they do not link, unfortunately. And the other character who he'd link well with this Piccolo Jr., I do not have this guy rainbowed either. So there's that. All right, so leader skill, STR type key 3 and 100% of stats. Passive skill, Reign of the Demon King. He gets 2 key, 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. Gets 20% attack and defense per existing enemy. We had that basically maxed out with all 5 enemies there. Outside of, I guess, World Tournament, right? Then we got 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack, which is good, multiplicative buffs. Then he lowers all enemies' attack and defense by 20%, and then another 5% attack and defensive debuff for all enemies if there's a super class enemy. That's pretty good. Because I'm thinking of this guy, again, fighting like Battlefield Metal Cooler. And, I mean, against Battlefield Metal Cooler, he'll have that attack and defense. The defensive debuff doesn't matter. But he has that attack debuff. Then he has the 30% chance to stun all enemies when HP is 70% or more. We showed that. That could be really good against Metal Cooler because he can't dodge that debuff. These are debuffs Metal Cooler cannot dodge, right? Smartasses will say, just debuff him, it's easy. But then he just dodges. He dodges everything, Battlefield Metal Cooler. But these, what I have highlighted, he cannot dodge those. So you're gonna get him to stick if they proc. Then this is a 50% chance to stun the attacked enemy. That Metal Cooler could dodge. That's also a 1-turn stun, by the way. That's not a 2-turn stun that he's got right there. And then finally, he turns into Giant Form when conditions are met, which I believe is just, you know, rare chance of turning into Giant Form. Last 2 or 3 turns, and then it's a 50% chance it's 3 turns instead of 2 is what it is. Okay, so there's that. Super Attack is the Super Explosive Wave. Gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then greatly lowers enemy defense. Okay. Link set is Big Bad Bosses, Demonic Ways, Strength and Unity, Incredible Adventure, Guidance to the Dragon Balls, Transform, and Shattering the Limit. Best linking partners look like this. Just a lot of terrible characters, unfortunately. This Demon King Piccolo is like okay-ish, I guess, maybe. Kami's obviously terrible, right? There's a reason we're in Dokkan events to showcase this guy today. I guess we could have ran Mai. Mai's, you know, at least got a couple of links with him. So there's that, right? Yeah, Big Bad Bosses, Demonic Ways, Strength and Unity, Incredible Adventure, Guidance, Dragon Balls, Transform, Shining Limit. A lot of really bad links in there. 12 key multiplier, 140%. That's kind of like the normal number we see. Here's his 200% leader skills. We used, obviously, 23rd World Tournament Goku, and we also did run him on the Slug team. Again, Slug was a very good Dokkan Fest that Dokkan did drop. Then in terms of the categories, Piccolo Jr. is rocking. He has quite a few stuff here. So, World Tournament, he's a World Tournament category character, so raising the floor of my World Tournament team, I guess I'll take that for sure. Piccolo Jr. is also on the Giant Form category team. That's helpful because there's only so many of these characters, right? Very few on that category. Then he's also a Namekian category character, another category that's pretty light on options. Piccolo Jr. is also on the Terrifying Conqueror category team. Good to get Terrifying Conqueror buffs since it's such a fat, robust category, right? Then he's also on the Target Goku. Yeah, you could always tell by hit. Yeah, this is the Target Goku category that he's a part of. He's also over here on the Revenge category. Okay. That's another, like, small, kind of, like, niche team. Always good to get more options for that. One day we'll get a nasty Revenge category mission in some powerful Red Zone or Supreme Magnificent Battle stage, and it'll be a really tough mission, right? So it's good to get lots of Revenge options. Then, Piccolo Jr. is also on the Gifted Warrior category team. So he's on, like, AGL Vegeta's team. Okay. Piccolo is also on the Entrusted Will category team. Nice, you know, this has become a really good category, I guess, though. That's the thing. Very strong team. Piccolo Jr. is also on Worldwide Chaos. Yep, Worldwide Chaos category team. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Then, Piccolo Jr. is also on the Battle of Fate category, which is a ridiculous, you know, this is a anniversary type leader skill or something like that, for sure. Piccolo is also on the Earthbred Fighter category team. Still waiting patiently for this to get a strong new leader skill. Gonna be awesome. Love this team so much. Then, Piccolo Jr. is on the Tournament Participants category. Okay. And then finally, Piccolo Jr. is on Demonic Power. So, there we go. There are all of the categories that Piccolo Jr. is on. Last thing, remember he does have his giant transformation, which is just one of these giant or rage mode transformations that he can go into. And then if we go ahead and take a look and flip back over, on this site, when a character, like Giant Form's EZA and stuff like that, it doesn't, like, properly show them, but we could see it on Dokkan info right here. So he gets the 50% attack and destructive damage. Passive skill, huge as a mountain. 3 key and 50% attack is what he gets. So there is the giant Piccolo Jr. right there. So there we go. Let me know what you guys think of this guy. Definitely very excited that I was able to finally rainbow this guy and finally do a showcase for him. Still a couple of Dragon Ball Saga characters I gotta finish from that banner, such as Shen, Full Power Jackie Chun, Int Forearm TN, I think the STR Tri-Beam TN. Like, there's still a couple of characters I gotta finish in there, but very exciting that I was able to get one of these characters done. So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.